General Manager of SLP Energy in Lowestoft, and we're a renewables company. And we developed onshore wind farms and offshore wind farms as well. SLP Energy is actually a sponsor of the awards of the greenest community, and we're doing that largely to try to raise the awareness of some of the difficulties in actually implementing some of the renewables projects in this county.
And you just had a very interesting discussion. How did you feel about John Gummer's role?
I think John Gummer has is certainly within the renewables industry. His views are fairly well known with regards to onshore wind, and my point that I made was that many of the local authorities do not actually take the time to read the full environmental impact assessments, which companies like us spend thousands of pounds producing, only to be well, I mean, I guess
somewhat of an uphill struggle.
I guess they're read, but they're people's own emotive views tend to sort of reign, if you like, and that's
still a very emotional
have.
issue. I wouldn't say it's just renewables; it's also the nuclear aspect.
Yeah, I think the problem is in England actually that people take polarised views very quickly, because I don't think there's actually enough accurate information out there, easily accessible for everybody to read. The issue that Brian Dow from British Energy was saying about, which he was very dismissively talked about actually with regards to waste and such like. Where are the facts and the figures? Who can actually weigh that up against the cost of renewables? And if that information could be got out there, I think we'd have a much more informed debate.
I felt it was a shame there wasn't a presentation with a few facts to start with,
yes.
vis-a-vis how much CO2 is produced from how many kilowatts of energy produced with different forms of renewables and with nuclear energy. That was somewhat lacking.
Yes, it was. I mean, it probably wasn't the sort of forum to do it. I think it was just sort of a launch, and maybe they need to do more of that. I mean, one of the things I was trying to get across was that, and SLP would be happy to be involved with it, would be to actually, make presentations, and more presentations for councillors, local authorities, planners, local community, parish councils, and just explain and put across some of the facts about wind.
Absolutely. It's hard, isn't it? Because I think there's this, you're trying to make a profit from it at the same time.
Well, it's a business.
All businesses do.
Yeah.
And yes, it's seen as such an emotional issue to sort of welcome somebody who does renewables into the community when there's a very NIMBY sort of feeling about it.
I think what I would like to do, invite anybody from this audience to actually take a plane. I know that's not environmentally friendly, but to fly over northern Germany and just see how over there they've just got a completely different view on the whole thing.
Well, absolutely, the investment that they've had.
The place is plastered with wind turbines. When I say plastered, it doesn't. When you're actually on the ground, it's not evasive, but you just see just how much they've got there. And they've obviously made a policy decision that where it's windy, let's put the wind turbines in, and we'll become fuel secure. That's
what I find slightly difficult with what John Gummer said, is that he feels that nuclear energy is worth the risk and the cost, but somehow it's not risk the visual intrusion of a wind turbine for the power that you can gain. I don't understand how you can make one sum work, but you can't make the other sum work.
Well, yeah. And again, it's getting the information across. But I think the nuclear issues are what I believe is that it's a long-term issue that generations are going to deal with from right. And we don't know how secure the storage of nuclear waste is.
So, given the entire energy budget of the UK, how would you spend it?
How would I spend it? Tackling energy demand in households. I think that's a big win. You don't have to go to like not producing, not expending any energy whatsoever. You just need to get it down to a level that you're, that the natural resources like forests and such like can actually absorb the carbon they're producing. So, and I think we can get it down through energy demand management, through significant amount of renewables, and there's so much more we could do offshore. Again, look at Germany. The government there are paying for the offshore grid. So projects only have to connect into an offshore substation, if you like, and that makes the economics work over there. So where there's a will, there's a way, and I actually don't think nuclear needs to be part of the mix.
So you wouldn't spend any of your proportion of that budget on nuclear? Thank you.